Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I know this starts with a new sketch. Uh, it was supposed to be, I know the previous episode, or sorry, the previous video, it was just me sketching, I think. And I weirdly enough didn't make an inking video. Well, inking as in ballpoint. And yeah, so I'm just letting you know that this one is me sketching a new page or pages. So okay, I'm really bad at even talking to myself, especially my brain just runs away from me. And I guess I want to talk to any updates and shit, because I haven't been drawing on my sketchbook for a while. This is an old drawing, maybe a couple of months, maybe, because I just felt really down with art in general, because I felt really stuck in life. I guess more on like even hobbies, even work, even anything, because I think it might be because even though I can learn like a lot of things every day, even with just drawing and stuff. I draw what I want. I don't do those YouTube things. I wish I can do that, like the monthly subscription boxes. I wish I can do that, and it's just I get brain farts when I try to, and I'll be like, I don't know what to draw. I'll just draw what I want, and then I can't get inspired out of whim. Like even if I plan it out, it'll not be the same, because when I draw, it's all out of mood and sometimes emotions and stuff. So it really depends, because there are just days I would not draw anything, at least doodle, but not like not full on a page or even like a full on drawing. Sometimes I just leave it halfway and I give up, and I would not draw for days. And I guess this is one of the worst ones so far, because you know how I don't know, I don't think everyone has Twitter, but it's just because of, it's a stupid reason, but it made me lose interest and motivation and all that stuff, because whenever I see people unfollow me, even if I don't do anything, it could be bots, it could be, people are sick of me. I don't even post almost anything. I don't post any art. I don't even rant. I don't even say much. I almost post nothing, and it just so disheartening that happens. And I don't know what I did. I don't know if people tired of me or people tired of my art. So because of that, I'm not gonna lie, I've been ignoring Twitter, and no one really misses me there anyway. So it just made me think of that, because it made me think of that. Like no one will miss, if I don't post anything, no one will look for me. It doesn't matter. So it's also a good and bad thing, because it made me push myself to start actually practicing on tattooing. I've always wanted to do tattooing for the longest time, but I don't really share it because it's something I thought I would not be able to do at all. So I put it in a back burner for decades and decades, and finally later on, after I haven't been working that long in animation industries, but it made me finally, I know I was talking to my brother about it. He's like, just buy the equipment, buy it, and then just do it. It took me a while still, because they're not cheap. There are cheap machines, but for a first machine that you don't want to just like, oh, I think this is kind of so I'm gonna buy a different one. They're not cheap. The one I want, I don't want the old school coil machines. I only wanted the rotary. If you guys don't really know much about tattooing, I'm sorry, but it's just saying I've been also getting tattoos too. So whenever I'm very I'm very introverted, but if it's just me, I think it's easier for me to talk to them, the artist. So I would ask them like, oh, like just basic questions like, oh, how long have you been tattooing? What's your tattoo machine? And then even if I just met them once, I always end up trying to talk to them, because it depends on the artist, because I know artists cannot concentrate while talking, because I'm the same way. I can't. I just need to, like, okay, I have to do this, blah blah blah, and I can't talk, or I don't want to waste time as well. So I just try to talk to them. It depends their mood. If they're a talkative type, I will talk, and if they're not, I just really don't. So I've been talking to, I've I've had a lot of tattoos now. It's been the first tattoo I got was 2016. So since then I've been like, it's like a long pause between that because I was working a lot. So after that, when I had more time, I started getting more tattoos, and then that's how I slowly, and then I was lucky enough to finally meet he's also kind of new to the industry. The last time I talked to him, it was only into like 2 years. So he's so sweet, and he's like, he would answer any questions I had. He even he would make me come in and to watch him set up, and he would actually like test me. He's like, oh, what do you do first, what do you do then? So he was like really helpful because he knows how it is when no one else would talk to you or teach you. I know that feeling too, even with art. So after that, I just, because of all the art drama in my own little world, I just pushed myself, just like, fuck it. I hate the fake skin. I hate fruits because it's either too soft or too hard to work on. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna use my own skin as the canvas because I'm only fucking up myself. And plus I don't really have a place to re-tattoo people, plus the pandemic, so I don't really have much choice. I don't want pig skin either, because my brother kept on telling me like, oh, why don't you use pig skin? I was like, oh, it's such a annoying, like I would go to the butcher, I was like, hey, do you have pig skin? And then I'll be there every time. So I'm like, fuck it. And I've been using my right leg. Yeah, at the same time, I wish I didn't have my left leg tattooed, but at the same time I wouldn't have cool tattoos if I haven't done. So I've been practicing only like a month or two, I think. I don't even remember anymore because I have a bunch now, like maybe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 now. I just tattooed yesterday, and yeah, I tattooed a duck. I've been trying, because I don't want to end up just copying someone else's designs and just using them as practice, because it doesn't feel, I don't know, I'd rather practice on designing as well, So I'll tell you, my very first time I tattooed myself was it was kind of funny and sad, I guess. The first time, even though I practiced on some fruits and the fake skin, it's very, very different when it comes to the effects of when you fuck up, basically. So the first time I remember, it was just on my leg, simple, because the guy who helped me, his name is Chris. I don't know if Chris is ever gonna find this video, I hope not. But Chris was just telling me like, first thing you have to do at least is to make an Instagram account. So you could put your designs, that's an easier way to reach out to people. I was like, I don't really have designs. So, and I didn't really feel confident at all. So I didn't really do it, and for a while. But I started designing really, really simple designs, like a cat, because cats are fucking cute and they're way easier to draw than dogs. So that's what I did, and my first tattoo, I remember literally I sweated through my shorts to my chair. That's how nervous and fucking like anxious I was, even just trying to put the needle on the skin. I was like sweating. I remember when I finally finished it, I stood up and like my chair is full of sweat. I was like, jeez, I didn't know I could sweat that much. And I remember visiting Chris again to get another tattoo, and he saw, he's like, oh, that's really good for a first tattoo. And I was like, oh, it's so good to hear that, because I look up to him as well, and that's like a big push for me. So later on, I kept on telling myself that okay, it's your own skin, you're gonna fuck up your own skin, there's gonna be no problem. And if it heals badly, then it's your fault and you learn from it. So I've had like bad ones. Like there's I didn't think about how the area has to be flat. I don't know why. So I would bend my leg towards me so it's easier to see, but it means that my hand is not supported well on my leg, so the lines are bad, and it's like, fuck it. So I kept on trying and trying, and I still made so much mistakes, and I thought it was the needle, because the one I bought was way cheaper than the really known ones. So imagine the known ones are easily $25 to $30, 20 pieces in a box. That's each, and you need so many different types of needles for the size and the width of the needle and what type. So you have to buy a bunch of them, and easily would rack up to $200. And Canadian dollars, it's way more expensive. So I finally, it's like, fuck it, I will try one of the well-known I know of. And so I bought them, and I was like, oh, so expensive, but the quality itself is so different from the shit ones I bought locally, because I have to drive all the way north, like northeast. It takes like 45-minute drive one way, and it's like highway and freeway, so I hate that. So going there for shitty cartridges or needles, so fuck it, I just have to buy a good one. And when I tried it, it's like I can tell the difference of the needle and even the cartridge, the container of it. So even with that, I had more confidence, but I fucked up because I was so pumped and nervous still at the same time that I fucked up and pushed too much. So obviously it kind of had a blowout effect. So I could like, okay, I learned from that as well. So later on, I tried more shading, tried different colors. I tried more, all that. So I know, I'm sorry, it's not interesting to a lot of people, but it's just something I have not updated. I don't really talk about. I don't talk about this to anyone except my sister. I would just kind of randomly like, oh, look at this, I did this today, and she's kind of with tattoos. So yeah, especially my dad. Let's just say that my dad's very against it, and there was actually one time I told my mom that I'm so tired of hearing that from him, and my mom's just it's more like she doesn't like it either, but it's just something that you can't really stop in a sense. That it's something I'm really into and I want to get into, and hopefully as a job, so she's like, I don't even bother. So there was one night again that I was over and helping my mom with something, and my dad walked up and then brought it up again, and my mom actually told him to kind of like back off. So after that, he hasn't really said anything anymore, because whenever I always visit them, I get so kind of depressed and really worried and anxious at the same time, because I have, it's warm in their house because they have a heater on, so I have to take off my jacket, and my arms are full of tattoos. Now it's not full sleeve yet, the left is almost full sleeve. So he, whenever he sees it, he always says something about it. He tells me like, oh, you should stop getting tattoos, or you should stop that because of blah 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 blah. It looks ugly, it looks so bad. It's like my childhood all over again of being stupid, and basically being called stupid and dumb. And so yeah, it's right now I've been way more confident with tattooing now, so that's some update. It took me almost like 15 minutes to talk about it, I'm sorry. So plus this video is very long, and I was gonna write topics I could talk about, but the only thing I think of is a tattoo, because it's the only thing I'm into right now. Like even about Twitter, I haven't even, as I said, I haven't uploaded anything, almost anything whatsoever. Even on Instagram, same thing. And I actually use Instagram more now because of the tattoo artist I follow, mostly locally. And oh yeah, I remembered one of the last tattoos I got this year was he's from the east side in Canada, and he I always wanted to get something from him. I remember like maybe a year or two ago, I think I left him a message like, "Oh, I love your stuff. Like, when are you gonna visit Vancouver?" And he wasn't able to because plus the pandemic. And then out of nowhere, he updated like, "Oh, I'll be in Vancouver this day, this day." I was like, "Oh fuck!" I instantly booked with him. I was like, and then the first impression when I went there, I was late, 20 minutes, around 20 minutes because the traffic was so bad. Usually I would pick 10 a.m. tattoos, but he was only open at noon, around noon. So usually people are out and about in that area because like Chinatown is, well, it's not Chinatown, it's close to Chinatown, so it's really busy. So I was late, and he seemed very I don't know how to explain this. It's very serious, like there's a bubble around him, so I'm kind of like, I just don't want to step on any toes, and just he draws on you. They don't do the design first. They would ask like, what do you want, and then all that stuff. So but later on we started talking more, and he's really chill. And then I told him about the tattooing thing I'm doing as well, and he was so sweet too. He saw the tattoos I've done. He's like, "Oh, if you were my what he said, like, if you were my apprentice, I would in a heartbeat let you tattoo me." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was so happy hearing that because he said for your first tattoo that is so good, because he showed me his first tattoo was all like blowout and very deep scarring and stuff. I was like, "Oh damn." It's like, "Yeah, you're doing great because you just keep on doing it." And he was giving me advice and all that stuff. I was like, "Oh, people are so helpful." And because I want to be the same as an artist, because I'm not amazing. I'm not an amazing artist. I don't do crazy traditional stuff. I love sketching. I love human anatomy. I love those stuff, but I am not well versed with a lot of traditional stuff, even computers. I am not really great with digital art, but I can do it basically. So that's why I never feel confident enough to do commissions. So I always get really disappointed with every commission I do. That's why I don't openly say like, "Hey, I'm open commissions." Only the weird thing is, only people that knew me beforehand as an artist, they will actually DM me and ask like, "Oh, are you open doing commissions?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I am." Like, I just don't advertise it that I'm open. But also I just forgot that the sketches I'm doing are sped up a little bit because I drew a whole spread. Even though I cut down some pauses and breaks, it's still a long video, and I don't know how long I can talk. It's only been 18 minutes right now, so just letting it's sped up a bit. And yeah, anyway, tangent as always. I don't know what else to really talk about because I've been very down for, I don't want to compare other people because I know everyone is at worst, but inspiration wise and all that stuff, it's just funny because I thought I never really think that I'm depressed because of some reason, and I will always say like, "Oh, I'm low," and I feel so low, and obviously not obviously my sister has like mental problems too, like me, but hers is more depression. And so when I talked to her about it, it never happens often, like not wanting to do anything at all. I would lay in bed for hours just being on my phone because I don't want to do anything. I don't feel like anything. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to eat and all that like typical stuff. And she said, "Dude, that's depression." Like, it's just like, it's because it never really happens often that I just think like, "Oh, I just feel low, and maybe I just need to do whatever I want to do and not overthink it." So it didn't take that long, at least. So after that rut, I still haven't posted anything. Like, if you see my Instagram and stuff, the last thing I uploaded was just after my birthday. And after that, I guess that's when it started. I just felt like I am spamming people, which, it just looked like art, repetitive art, kind of like that. So I just felt guilty even posting drawings and stuff, and I didn't want to. Oh look, my ugly ass face is the reflection of the clip. I mean the clamp. Anyway, please ignore that. And yeah, it's just a lot of that. For it's already almost November, and at least I have tattooing, at least. So, but drawing wise, I've only been drawing mostly for tattoo designs. I just feel really still low about drawing for myself now, because it just seems so repetitive, and it's just a sign of do something else. Because I just can't see how, I just can't really understand how people can, I know there's their livelihood, like YouTube, art people like I follow or subscribe to. It's just, oh man, just watching them. I don't know how many times they upload in a week, but just seeing them do those monthly subscription stuff, it's just so draining to me, just thinking of, oh, design this, and it's like something you're not into kind of thing, but it's also their job, and they get a lot of views anyway, so I guess it works out for them. So excuse me. Ooh. And yeah, it's just for the tattoo thing, I did lose motivation to work in animation industries now, because I just felt, I don't know if it's typical, but I've felt this whenever I worked in animation industry, that whatever I do is not good enough. That's how I got mentally sick, like really sick in the first place, like anxiety. I have anxiety. So after my last job in My Little Pony, I just really felt really down with animation studios. I just felt how much I pushed myself to do better and even get compliments from the directors and producers and whatnot. I didn't really get it much, so I just felt really down. And it was a lot of work, so I just kind of got burnt out with animation studios, and just remembering the work pile you get per episode is just it's but what I want to do was storyboarding, or not storyboarding, like storyboard revisionist. Basically you fix and detail the storyboards, and I don't think I have enough brain power to do storyboards. So, but even though how much I love drawing, it's just still drained me for months now. So I don't know where I'm going with my life now, other than just try and do more tattoos, because that's all I really am so happy to do. Even though I fuck up, I'm like, well, it's my own skin, I don't fucking care. But yeah, I just don't really have that much updates, sadly, because I don't really share that much stuff online anymore. Especially, as I said, Twitter. I hate Twitter. Like, even if I just say normal things, I lose followers. Even if I vent a bit, I lose followers. Even if I upload images or drawings, I lose followers. If I don't post anything, I lose followers. That's why Instagram, I don't care, because I have such a low follower count that whenever I get unfollows, I just really don't care anymore. I don't even post stories anymore because I just feel really low. I'm sorry for the depressing talk. But I don't really want to talk much about the tattoo, because I know there are a lot of people who's like, what the fuck is she talking about? It's like, I'm so sorry. So I don't know what else is there other than that. It's just a lot of small dramas online as always, and I'm just lucky enough to not to get into any of those dramas. So I don't know what else. It's only been almost like 25 minutes right now recording this, and I still don't know what to talk about. So I don't know say. I don't really know how much more I'm gonna upload on YouTube now as well, because of this stupid feeling inside me. And other than that, I am kind of excited for the new update for Animal Crossing. Because let me be salty for a bit, because when I tried New Leaf, I hated it. I hated everything about it, because it's cute, whatever, but the point of it is I already have a mundane life, and why would the fuck would I want more mundane shit? It reminds me of what's that stupid game? Detroit Become Human. I didn't really go far. I was still, I'm not far at all, and I'm just like, fuck this game. I couldn't stand their creepy emotions that they try to do, even on human characters. I don't care. I know there's so much fans in that game, but I really hate the people making those. Like, Heavy Rain is a piece of shit game. And then people are like, oh, I love that game. I was like, I'm so sorry you like that game, because I fucking despise it. And what was the other games they did that I really hated? I didn't bother with the other ones, but only Heavy Rain and Detroit, I guess. Anyway, where am I going with that? I just cut myself off. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, Animal Crossing. So, with the new update, there's apparently it might be the only big update they're gonna do ever again, apparently. So that's kind of sad to hear, because I wish there was way more things you could do there. Because after just doing the paying off, because I remember when I was still playing it, I remember my friend would buy stuff of what she wants, because of what she wants, maybe to make her town beautiful, all this stuff. And I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna pay off my mortgage first, which I did, and I paid it so early on because I was so obsessed with paying off the mortgage, and I could basically buy whatever I want. And when that reached that point, I got bored, because for one, I couldn't get my dream villagers. It's it's randomized, and I don't really have much friends to play with, so maybe could meet random whatever. And I hated those. But I hated doing the, what do you call that, to get the plane tickets. I hate doing that. So and what do you call this? So I'm actually very excited for the update. I don't know what games you guys are into. You can let me know, because I've been trying to play different types of games, but I always end up with FPS stuff that is not like single player stuff. I don't play multiplayer because I'm really bad at it. So any games you guys like that you can recommend to me. I only have a PS4, a Switch. I have a PS3, but I haven't touched it in years. So if you have any games that you want to recommend, because if I could give you kind of like a idea of what type of games I play, is like the ones I like a lot is Borderlands 2. I love that game. 3 sucks my ass. Hate it. I've been playing Far Cry 6. I thought 5 was my favorite, but 6, I love the characters in there. I love so many characters in that than the 5th one, because it's mostly, there's not a lot of side characters, but the 6th one has so many side characters. But playing the game is very tedious, basically, and I'm over leveled as always. And I finished Horizon. Horizon came out like years ago. I was still working on what was I working on? I don't remember what was I working on. I forgot which show, but I remember a colleague, I can't say this word. Colleague was talking to me about it, and I was like, oh, I heard about it. It's the only thing I didn't want to try it in the first place is because I'm not a fan of anything robotic. Anything that's very sci-fi, I'm not a fan of. So I just ignored the game until this year. So I finished that one, and I know there's a sequel which I already pre-ordered, and I did like the game, but the ending was falling off a cliff feeling. It was kind of like, oh, that's it, that's the ending, that's ending for me. So I'm like, oh, So I tried to replay it. It reminded me of the game Legends of Mana, one of my favorite games back in the 90s or 90s, I think, or early 2000. So what happens is, example, you're level 50 and the game ends. You can replay the game and still have the same shit you have. So same level, same skills, same outfits, weapons, all that shit. So that was fun to just like one shot kill things, I guess. And I was also over leveled in that game, so I kind of finished it pretty easily, even with the last boss. And I tried to replay it. I was like, okay, it's kind of fun, but then it's very tedious because there's so many quests to do. So I just like, oh, okay. But then Far Cry 6 came in. I was like, oh, and I got the game. I started playing it. It's also a very, very tedious game. So if there are games I can think of that's very kind of similar to that, because I don't like, the only thing I noticed, I don't like side scroll platform games. I hate those. Anything platform, anything that's yeah. I like FPS because it engages me more. I tried Ghost of Tsushima. I barely made through it. My friend loves that game, and I just find it boring. I don't know why. And I think I'm not a big fan of hack and slash. Technically, isn't it hack and slash? And obviously Breath of the Wild. It's still expensive until today. It's like 80 bucks Canadian for us. So, and that game came out like years ago, and it's still 80 bucks. I wanted to play it, but even though I'm kind of bad at the game, I remember trying to play it on Wii U, and I wanted to die because the actual controller was really shit, and it made me want to throw it out the window. What do you call this? So I was only like the first main boss, and I just rage quit. So I never touched it ever again. And I know that game. I'm just being cheap because it's an old game, and I wanted it to like wait for a lower. Let me check Amazon. Switch Breath of the Wild. Yep, still $80. What the fuck? So I think once the second game comes, I think it's like next year, I think, or was it next year? I don't remember. But it's 2. People got crazy when they saw it. Well, obviously it wouldn't show. When will blah. Sorry about the typing. Breath of the Wild. God damn it. Come out 2022, was it? Yeah, it's already next year. So once that comes out, maybe the price might lower get what the fuck, what's English? The price would get lower, I don't know. I hopefully, because I still want to get the first game. And what else? I played, even, I don't know if you guys know these games, like Rage 2, it was just blah. I finished it anyway, overpowered as always. I don't know what else. What can you guys recommend me, like games that you like? That is not multiplayer, that is not hack and slash, that is not platform, that is not, what do you call this? What do you call those, like, dungeon type, like, they had a name for it, like, rogue-like? I think that's what they call it, like, rogue. Like, when you die, you restart again. I hate those because I'm bad at those. Anything that you can, that would be awesome. Like, just recommend me something, alright? I don't know. Style games you like, you can let me know, like, why you like it, so maybe I'll look into it and stuff. I'm bad at fighting games too. I find those boring, and I have no one to play with. I have example, Mario Kart. I have no one to play with. I'm also bad at those games. Anything close to that, fighting games, I'm bad at it. Sports, no thanks. Never into it. Yeah, it's just if you have any recommendations, that would be cool. And how far am I recording this? 34 minutes. and I still have a long way to go. I don't know what else to talk about. Because the when I used to be so active as an actor, what the fuck, active as an artist, cons and stuff, I stopped going to cons or selling at cons like years ago, when I knew I couldn't sell, and like I can't sell much in general, no, unless they're cute, because I'm not, as I've said before, I'm not a great artist. I'm not, I can't sell prints. I suck at it. Maybe charms, but the thing is, the most current and last thing I was into is Overwatch, and that thing's dead. And all that controversies with that stupid Jesse McCree shit, and I'm so sad that they changed his name to Cole Cassidy, which I find it really bad in my opinion. But someday it's gonna stick, whatever. But I just like his, that name, Jesse McCree. It's just, now they changed it to something non-cowboy sounding to me, unless there's actually a character named Cole Cassidy that is a cowboy. I don't know anything. Actually, let me look it up. Cole. Oh, I'm waving goodbye because I'm doing inking now. Cole Cassidy hockey. Cowboy. No, I don't want to see Cole Cassidy. Overwatch. That's the only. See, it doesn't even exist. There's a Butch Cassidy. It's a criminal. Never mind. So I'm sad about that. I'm sorry if you're not into Overwatch 2 or was. I didn't like that update, and I don't like Overwatch 2's what do you call this, redesigns. Like 90% of them are ugly, and I'm kind of sad about that. So I don't bother with that anymore. And for cons, nope, haven't gone or done them in a decade. I'm just kidding. It's been almost a decade maybe. So I'm boring now. I've always been boring. I remember my friend and I, we really wanted to make a YouTube channel together, just like almost like a podcast. Said a podcast, but yeah, without video, I guess, just like actual audio podcast now. And yeah, it's just plans don't go through. It's just normal. So I'm bad at. I wish I was funny or anything. I wish I was interesting. I just try not to. I'm a boring person. I don't also try not to overshare as well. Look at that anatomy. It's so off. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm just boring right now. It's like, unless you're into tattooing, we could talk about stuff. I should update. No, actually, upload some tattoo stuff from my Instagram account. If you guys are interested, it's like Jibby_ink. So it's like JIBBY_INK. I haven't posted anything, and the icon is temporary because I couldn't find anything. The only thing I could upload are maybe some designs and the tattoos I've done. But the only problem is I don't know where to tattoo people, in the sense of the location, because pandemic, and my sister, I live with my sister, and we can't have, she doesn't like strangers or people in general except me, I guess. So that's already, what I can do is rent chairs, but I just don't feel like I'm good enough. I wish I had my own private studio. That would be cool. I have no problems, except checking if they're vaccinated. That's the only thing, I guess. And like if you have, talk to me. If you want to comment down like, oh, like tattoos, how many tattoos you got, are you practicing too, or you just appreciate the art of tattoos, or games you love, you're so into, crazy about, just say anything you want. I don't really get comments, so it's easy to find them and spot your comments. And let me just distracted by Instagram. I always look through designs because what do you call this? It inspires me to make something. I hope. So, you know, the next tattoo I'm getting is still in December, I think, because this guy does a. The thing is, I haven't been into anime for years, maybe since 2015, maybe, like into it. No, maybe either that or older. I don't remember. So I'm not into anime, even though people say like, "Oh, your style is anime." It's like, yeah, I grew up with that, but I don't stick to just anime style. It's improved in my opinion, improved in my style, and I just kept on adding an anime to it. So I'm not even into anime anymore. I used to. The last thing I remembered was Italian. That was fucking 2009. And then after that, I just kind of, because I'm not hating on people that like anime. Okay, you can like whatever you want, you know? And you know how people have opinions like I do. I'm just not interested with a lot of tropes now. It's like overly done. I want creepy anime. I want horror anime that's not stereotypical and overly done. It could be mindfuck type or psychologically you know, all that stuff. I am more interested in dark and just creepy shit. So I'm not all happy and, you know, well, I like cute stuff, but the other side of me is like creepy dark stuff. So it's either the end of each side. It's either cute ugly shit, or creepy shit. And then sometimes in the middle it's just rare. So yeah, it's like yeah, I know I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but when I used to work in the animation industry, my colleague said something about, I don't know, I think he was just joking, but he said something about like, oh, I still have an anime style, because they actually knew me back in DeviantArt days, I think. So, and then I deleted my DeviantArt, or stopped uploading, like, you know, for a while, for a long ass time. So I finally deleted it, and so it doesn't exist. And they had that comment. I'm just kind of like looked at them and just, okay. So I don't know if they were just like, you know, I know, I don't know if you guys heard of me saying that, but it's just something that still stuck to me until today, because for me it's just a style I was honing. Because I whenever I ask people like, oh, you know, about my style, it's like, do you know is it anime? And I was like, well, they can tell I grew up with anime, but they know it's my style, because that for me is a big compliment of knowing your style. It doesn't have to be like, oh, it's cartoony, oh, it's realism, oh, it's semi-realism, oh, it's anime, oh, it's whatever, you know. So it doesn't matter if your style stands out. That to me is really good, you know. So but you know, I don't know, I don't rant enough, but I don't want to have everything on my YouTube channel be about ranting. I have nothing in my life. I have no pets, I have no children, which I don't want. I'd rather have pets, but I can't have pets. Tattooing is the only thing I'm really into now, and watching horror movies, even if they're shit, or play games. I'm really boring. I don't even really talk to people, because back then, early MSN Skype days, I used to talk to so many people back then. I used to have so many friends, and then I think after that, people just leave you, you know? Even if you built a friendship with someone, they just lose interest. A lot of them just lose interest with anime or the stuff you're into, so it's just based on those similar likes, you know, interest. It's never actual friendship. So 99.9 of them are gone. I miss those days. Even like artist meet and stuff like that. It was really fun. those were really fun. And you know, I don't want to shit on, back then. Well, it was back then, because I don't really follow a lot of, I don't know anymore. Just the usual artists I used to follow back then are, they're, a lot of them are very snooty. They're very full of themselves, and they have their own cliques. It's like high school over again, and it's so tiring to hear that. So I never, never friends. I don't know. I just miss those days, and that will never happen ever again, because they either moved on, they have their own life, they have partners now, they don't care about it, they don't draw anymore, or whatever reason. It's just people move on. So because of that, I think I am very introverted, even online, socially. So whenever there's more than one person I talk to, I just kind of sink into the void, and you will not see me ever again. And I'm just like really quiet. So I'm not blaming anyone. It's just it just happens. It's just, that's my personality. I only have technically 3 friends right now, 2 super close ones, and those are the only people I talk to. And I mean, I really don't mind making friends, even on YouTube. Like, why not? And yeah. I end up talking about the same shit over again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna upload anything unless I finish another sketch tour. Obviously, that would be another upload, but that rarely happens now. It's just once a year, because I fill my sketchbooks a lot with like almost every space you can think, almost. So it takes even me longer for me to finish anything, because it has to be full of something. So that's why sometimes I just stick stickers on there, or some stuff from gifts I get, so at least it's in the timeline of when I get gifts. I stick them on there, and it's like, oh, I put like a note, like a date, and it's like, oh, blah blah blah, gave me this for my birthday, or like, oh, I got this one. So I'll just like stick whatever I can find, like even business cards. I don't know. I think I'm heading to my 40s, man. So it's at the point that I don't know how many, the age range of people even watching my stuff. It's, I don't know what part of life you are, but just enjoy your life. You don't have to worry about, oh my god, I'm getting into 20s, or I'm getting like mid 20s or almost 30s. Like, who fucking cares, mate? It's gonna move. It's still gonna happen no matter what you do, unless you can control time. And yeah, it's just live your life, enjoy it. About talking about life and age, I guess I just wanted to share that I just want to be in some sort of impact to someone's life. That's what a lot of people would, wish for or hope for. Some people don't mind, they don't care, just want to, just live life, just enjoy it. But for me, it's like, oh, I just, in a sense of, because I told you I'm like a boring person. No one's gonna fucking remember me. And even if I've done some stupid ass memes like Princess Batman, what the hell was that? And it's just memes. I don't know if they're gonna last that long, but people are always shocked, like, oh, you did that meme? And I was like, yeah, man, I drew that shit 2010. No, wait. Yeah, around there. 10, 12, I don't remember. But it's just shit that goes around because people share it. It's like, I don't, it was funny. Like, if you just Google Princess Batman, that ugly ass drawing will come out, and people cosplaying as Princess Batman, basically. And it's funny. I love that one. And I don't know what other memes I've done. The Paper Children in Deviant back in, 2007 maybe. That blew up, I remember. We were drawing like, is always an online friend back then. We just collabed, and I just drew shit cut it out, take a photo, and then what she does is she just colors it in. So we do weird Pokemon, weird shit, and it just blew up to the point it was on the front page of DeviantArt. That was crazy. That was fun. And maybe I'm too old for some of you youngins. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so that's okay. What the hell is this? Sorry for that really bad ASMR. I hate ASMR actually, especially eating. I want to just stab someone in the eye. Anyway, yeah, I don't have much time left in the video, I mean. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to sound depressing or anything. It's just, I really don't know what to talk about anymore. As I've said, I have not much to share. I heard something. Not much to share. I'm not, just out there doing stuff. As I said, I hit that point in my life that I just have to do something that I like, which is tattooing. So yeah, maybe I'll upload stuff. I don't know. I really don't. I'm just not confident enough to just share my I'm very happy that I guess I'm also proud that I finally got into it, even though I just make very simple stuff. But even holding the machine, even knowing how to draw a straight enough curve or line is a big leap for me. So I'm just pretty happy with the current tattoos I've done. So that's something, I guess. Except I fucked up because I was tattooing the side of my leg and I had to twist my body for it. So my back, my hip, and my leg were all like numb and like stuck. So yeah, I had to try to fix it, but whatever, it's my own leg, so it doesn't matter. As long as I have like a flat surface, it should be okay. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of embarrassing to share. I don't know, but I hope you guys are all doing okay. You don't have to be fabulous and great, but you're doing well, you're doing okay, that's good enough. And don't ever give up. Just do your thing and fuck the haters. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm still here, by the way. I'm just like thinking of if I'm gonna make more recordings like this. It's nothing crazy, it's just me sketching and inking. I'm not coloring anything. I don't know why I do this anyway, because I really have nothing to talk about. So maybe those time-lapse drawings are okay, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, I was thinking of, because I use my phone time-lapse, so you don't need to really edit much, but having a good quality and I don't know, lighting, I don't know. I used my better camera, like it's cool and shit, but this time lapse, the longer you do something, the faster it goes, so that's not great either. So maybe I can do time lapse, like yeah. This might be easier for you guys to just like see shit instead of listening to me boring talk you to death. But yeah, take care of yourself, stay safe. I still don't understand why people are traveling without wearing masks. It's like the pandemic never existed, which I muted some tattoo artists because of that. And yeah, be awesome, be great, be grateful, be confident, be the best you can be. Do me proud. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, so. And there's not much left in the time, so I've been trying to stretch out my audio. But yeah, anyway, just enjoy the last couple minutes left for this really boring shit. And I'll see you next time, maybe. I don't know, hopefully. Okay, gotta go. Bye.